Jan Brewer writing a stern letter to Secretary of State Clinton over a human rights report prepared by the State Department for the United Nations. Now, in that report, the State Department presents examples of how American law can be an example to the world and outlines ways the federal government is protecting human rights, using the Department of Justice's lawsuit against SB 1070 as an example of the government protecting human rights. As you know, some of the countries in the UN Human Rights Council are Cuba and Libya. Arizona's Governor Jan Brewer joins us. Good evening, Governor. And this letter that I have a copy of that you wrote Secretary of State Hillary Clinton dated August 27. Let me read you 5 or 6 words. Simply put, it's downright offensive. Those are your words. What's downright offensive?
Well, it's absolutely nationalism gone amok. We are really offended, Greta, that the Obama administration, the Secretary Clinton would take a duly enacted law, Senate Bill 1070, and present it to the Human Rights Council at the United Nations. We believe, I believe strongly, they owe us an apology, and certainly want them to remove it from their report.
You go on in the letter to call them hypocrites, stating that they're hypocrites because the federal government has not bothered to secure the border, which of course then contributes to this whole human trafficking. Go ahead.
Well, absolutely. You know, if the federal government would do their job, secure our borders, we talk about human rights. We have, thousands of illegal aliens coming across our border and suffering under inhumane conditions due to the drug cartels and due to the heat and, dying out in the middle of the desert. Doesn't have anything to do with Senate Bill 1070.
Do you expect that Secretary of State Clinton will be responding to your letter?
Well, I certainly would think that she would be. I've had a real difficult time with the Obama administration, but this is becoming over the top. I would have expected, at least again from them, that they would have notified us before we found out on the internet that they were doing this. It's just unbelievable how they operate.
It's rather stunning how little communication there is among our political leaders, whether it's here in Washington to Washington, Republicans and Democrats, or even the administration to governors about problems. Rather, there's no effort sort of the problem solve. It seems like it's rather everyone goes to war.
It is just. It's been unbelievable how the federal government has treated the people of Arizona. And it just is something that is downright wrong. And, we just are trying to take care of our people here and get our borders secured and address the issue of the drug cartels that are coming across our border lickety-split. And this is what we get in return, We heard that the government was going to sue us when she was down in Ecuador. Now we find out that they're going to turn us over to the Human Rights Council on Senate Bill 1070 and let countries like Libya and Cuba decide if we're doing right or wrong. It's outrageous. It's just outrageous and offensive, very, very offensive.
What do you mean by one of the last paragraphs? It sounds like you're threatening the federal government. It says, if you choose not to, which means if you choose not to remove SB 1070 from this report as an example of human rights violations, that the state of Arizona will monitor the proceedings and assert any rights it has in the process. And it says, be assured that the state of Arizona will fight any attempt by the United States Department of State and the United Nations to interfere with the duly enacted laws of the state of Arizona in accordance with the United States Constitution. Those sound like fighting words. What are you telling her?
Well, I'm talking to my counsel. We're not going to sit here and take it from the federal government. We are going to do whatever it is necessary to keep our sovereignty. how do you explain to these people that are doing these things that they're overstepping, they're overreaching, it's outrageous, it's very offensive, and it's wrong. Arizona has the right to enact laws that we see fit. We have sovereignty in the state of Arizona, and to refer us to a council of their making at the United Nations, to have those people determine and lay us out, to have Libya and Cuba determine what we are doing is wrong. So we will take whatever measures that we can do illegally and otherwise. You know, I'm going to fight back. It is. I can hardly get my words out, Greta. It is so wrong. It is so wrong that I'm breathless. I am breathless.
Well, the letter is dated August 27th. We'll see. Give us a call if the Secretary of State responds. And Governor, of course, will follow this. And I'm sure you heard the news that one of the members of the cartel was in Mexico has just been picked up. So that should make you a little comfort tonight. So, Governor, thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, Greta.
Next up.